Well, Nicki Minaj is currently under fire. Why? Because the Detroit police have issued an arrest warrant for her for assaulting her alleged ex-manager. Now, this story is out of pocket because Nicki Minaj is being sued by her former day-to-day manager for assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, this comes after. Wow, these claims are insane. Now, this all relates to the lawsuit from a guy named Brandon Garrett, a man claiming that he used to be Nicki Minaj's manager. He said that she got physical with him in Detroit back in 2024. And in the lawsuit, he said he was reportedly in charge of the day-to-day operations for Nicki Minaj for her 2024 Pink Friday 2 tour. Allegedly, things got heated after a show backstage at Little Caesars Arena, and he alleged that Nicki Minaj lost control and hit him several times. So this Brandon Garrett guy claims that Nicki Minaj was inside with her other members of her team, and she started grilling folks about their job responsibilities. He then says she flew into a rage when she learned that Garrett had once sent someone else to pick up one of her prescriptions. He said that Nicki Minaj started screaming at him, "Are you effing crazy? Having somebody pick up my prescription? Have you lost your effing mind? And if my husband were here, he would knock your effing teeth out. You're a dead man walking. You're just effed up your whole life and you will never be anyone. I'll make sure of it." Garrett then claims that Nicki Minaj kept screaming at him and told him that his life was over before striking him on the right side of his face with an open hand. He then says the force of the blow caused his head to swing back and his hat flew off his head. She done knocked the kufi off of that man's head. Now, then Nicki Minaj's security team then allegedly swarmed in close to Garrett, and he claimed Nicki Minaj struck him on the right wrist, knocking documents out of his hands onto the floor. Once there, he claimed that he got in a heated argument with her again, and then her former manager, Deborah Ante, reportedly started going off on him too. So then he said Nicki Minaj told him to get the F out. He grabbed his hat and quickly exited the room, locking himself in a restroom at Little Caesars Arena. He then says that his wrist was throbbing and his face was sore, and he called his fiance to let him know what happened, claiming that he stayed locked in the restroom for hours out of the fear for his safety. Now, Garrett claimed that Nicki Minaj's team didn't let him out on the tour bus to get back to Chicago, leaving him stranded in Detroit. So now he's suing Nicki Minaj for assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And he's going after her for damages. Now, this is absolutely wild. Why? Because Nicki Minaj can't be swinging on grown men like that. And then on top of that, she locked him in the bathroom and then she left him in Chicago. Nicki. The question I'm trying to ask is, what was the prescription? Because that prescription must have been so important that she didn't really want nobody to know what she was getting. Now a lot of people are saying all kinds of craziness. They saying that it was a prescription. Well, it wasn't technically a prescription, but it was some of that Christina Aguilera, or somebody was saying that these celebrities be having these little they be having little health problems, and they got to keep it under control so they can continue to have a little fun here and there. But they saying the whole industry be having, so they be having but if you catch my drift, I ain't really trying to say that because I don't want to get mad at me and say that I said it, because I ain't say nothing. But anyways, how hard you got to slap somebody for their hat to fly off? And then actually, how hard did she slap him for a year later for him still to be salty? That's crazy. And then it just seems like maybe she just can't control Roman's revenge sometimes. But other people were saying that she was off a herky jerk, and she wanted them some of them potions, but we don't know. I just hope she don't blame it on Jay-Z again, because she's been really vocal about her beef with Rock Nation and everything. And to be honest with you, speaking of it, I actually believe Nicki Minaj could do something like this. Why? Because Nicki Minaj has been known to like really go off on people. She's like the only woman that has like beef with Jay-Z. Think about it. Nicki Minaj went at Jay-Z. And if y'all don't remember her going at Jay-Z, I'm gonna show you this because Nicki Minaj, she went crazy on Jay. Not only she went crazy on Jay-Z, she went crazy on Stephen A. Smith. Because Stephen A. Smith said this. Like, back Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith came at Nicki Minaj a few months ago and was like, "Yo, why you coming at Jay-Z?" Because she said some crazy stuff about Jay-Z. So when Lil Wayne wasn't able to perform at the Super Bowl, she basically blasted Jay-Z and was like, denying a young man from what is rightfully his, putting it in the game for no reason other than your ego, your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you pushing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT, Noli was good. Eminem still don't have a 50 Cent come out. Um, and she basically blasts Jay-Z for saying she blamed him for blocking Lil Wayne. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, but at the end of the day, she vocally came for Jay-Z. Now, what other female artist would ever have the audacity to come at Jay-Z because they be afraid of their record career or anything happening to him or some backlash, but she don't care. So, with that being said, that made me realize that maybe Nicki Minaj did do that because she clearly ain't afraid of nobody. And then she came at Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith said, "Hey, you can't be talking about Jay-Z. Y'all from the same Brooklyn." Ooh, ooh. She said, "Oh, look, y'all another paid Laffy Taffy alien who only comes off his knees to turn around and back that. Steven, we don't care. I'm gonna tell you, sit down, ugly." Like she really was flaming him. Like, Steven, wasn't you moaning in your bedroom? Then she started talking about his hairline. Look, all I need is a pair of clippers for that bald head. I'm gonna say sassy, da da da. Like she don't care. She will flame anybody. But 50 Cent, people don't know. 50 Cent had initially said something about her too. Like he's like, "Yo, watch out for Nicki. Nicki don't play." Check this clip from 50 Cent.
Do you like run out of New York City or anywhere for that matter? I hope so. Like I think it's Nicki right now. That's why I support Nicki. But it was, but you had a whole crew though. That's what made it so different. Yeah, like, I mean, first of all, nobody had success like you had. But then having a whole crew that was successful as well. You think she can assemble a crew? She can build it. Yeah, she can definitely do it. They'll listen to her. She's definitely her character. She's not faking. But that shit is really there. She's stronger than a lot of dudes. Just she's been bumped around. So when you get to agitated, she gonna think you trying to play her, and she'll go off with it. You was supposed to sign her at one time. I would have got it if Fendi wasn't around.
So I'm not gonna lie, I just honestly think that Nicki Minaj is capable of doing what these alleged allegations are. So, man, I just hope that at the end of the day, she don't get locked up. Even though some people saying that she deserved to get locked up, you know. But for those who are undereducated in the law, a criminal warrant must be issued in order for a person to file a lawsuit for assault or battery and infliction of emotional distress. No, not one can happen without the other. So it's not so much saying that she's going to jail. It's just that he's filing it so he can make sure that when he sues her, that he can get his money. So at the end of the day, I just think that she gonna have to cash him out, and then he gonna be on with his day because that's probably all he want. But Nicki, you gotta start putting hands on people, and you gotta stop doing stuff. And yeah, it was kind of hot that he went and had somebody else get your prescription medicine, because what if it was the prescription medicine that leaked and everybody found out that you got prescription medicine for it would actually hurt your career. Not so much, but maybe. So I guess that's why she got so upset. But Nicki, stop putting hands on people. Stop beating people up. Stop telling people it's over with their life because you're not God. I know you want to act like it, but just chill. So what y'all think? Let me know.